Alright, so this is on week 4 of our web design programming, our introduction programming class. And this week we worked on functions. Functions are very interesting because they allow you to put a group of coding into one selected area and just have that there when you need it, and whenever you need it, you enact it or you call it up. So that's like calling up one of your players from the bench. They sit there waiting for their turn to get in the game, but when it's game time and you need to put one of them in, you just call them up and they're ready to come in and do their job. So that's kind of the same thing with functions. Functions to me, it was a little bit tricky, a little bit difficult, because I kept wanting to put a semicolon at the end of everything just to make sure I'm doing it right, and then of course it would come up as a syntax error saying, nah, you're not quite doing it right. So I had to remember to make sure to only put the semicolon at the very end of the command, but as far as for putting it in the middle, definitely not a thing to do. The same token, it was fun to play around with it and figure out how to put different things in it. Through most of my coding in this class, I've fallen in love with the prompt because I use it on everything that I write. So rather than just putting a number in, I would constantly prompt and say, hey, what would you put in for this? What would you put in for that? And that would allow me to have a little bit more fun with it, in my personal opinion. I've even taken one of the programs that I did this week, the one for functional personal, and I've used that to help me plan a trip to determine how much money I'm going to need for gas. I'm taking a trip that's going to be 660 miles one way. So I needed to calculate how much it's going to take in gas to get there. I had to figure out how much gas per gallon my car drives, 24 miles per gallon, as well as how big is my tank, 20-gallon tank. Gas is $3.45 a gallon. So I had to figure out roughly how many full tanks of gas it's going to take to do this whole trip. It's going to take almost 3. And it's been really fun working that out. So this class has allowed me to learn a few things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care. Have a great one. This is Juan Mason signing off.